So guys, बल्लू के हाथ की कड़ाकेदार चाय कैसी लगी आप सबको?
अरे एकदम A1। ये देखिए पल्लू की सेल्फी पे कितनी अच्छी रिस्पॉन्स आ रहा है।
क्या बात है।
अरे इसे छोड़ो, अब तो हीरो और हीरोइन भी मिल चुके हैं। आगे की कहानी क्या है?
आशिक भाई, रोमांस अब शुरू होने वाला है।
यहाँ तो रोमांस पे भी रंग बिरंगे चार्ट का ही सहारा लेना पड़ रहा है।
वो कहते हैं ना आशिक भाई, ब्यूटी लाइज इन द आईज ऑफ द बिहोल्डर।
और बियर होल्डर। पर ये ब्यूटी एंड द बीस्ट में होने वाला क्या है?
Well, over the next 2 days, we are going to look at different candlestick patterns. Candlestick patterns originated in Japan. Japanese rice traders used to predict price reversals based on different candlestick patterns.
These Japanese are very smart people, aren't they?
Well, of course they are. After all, they invented anime and manga.
Point.
I'm sure by the end of this tour, you guys will be knowing a lot more about different candlestick patterns, how to use them efficiently in predicting the price reversals and continuation of price trends. These patterns could be single candle, double candle or 3 candle patterns, and they work with better accuracy on daily and higher time frame charts. But just identifying the pattern is not enough. As I had mentioned earlier, what provides a trader an edge is understanding the location these patterns occur in a price chart. We will discuss further as we move along. Here, we will discuss high probability candlestick patterns. So let's begin with bullish candlestick pattern.
So if I see any bullish candlestick pattern, does that mean the price will go up?
Not at all. Remember I spoke about the location being important? Right? Ideally, bullish signals emerge after a steady downtrend in price at a support level or by confirming with some other technical tools.
What do you mean by support level?
The support level is a price point on the chart where traders expect a lot of demand in the stock index due to the attractive lower prices. More often than not, when the price falls to the support line, it bounces back. This support level will always be seen below the current market price.
I see.
Okay, so let's look at our first chart, which is bullish harami.
हरामी?
A harami candlestick pattern is a trend reversal pattern that can either be bearish or bullish depending on the direction of the price action. For now, we will be focusing on bullish harami.
पर इसे हरामी क्यों कहते हैं?
अरे don't go with the terminology. ये वो वाला हरामी नहीं है. For now, let's just focus on this chart, and as the day progresses, everything will be clear. Okay? So, shall we start? As you can see, it is a double candle pattern that occurs at the bottom of a downtrend when a large bearish red candle, let's call it candle 1, is followed by a smaller bullish green candle. Let's call this candle 2. Here, the entire green candle, including its wicks, is contained within the large red candle. This is how the pattern gets its name, harami.
Can you please explain how that is called harami?
Sure, Janab. Harami is an old Japanese word that means pregnant. See how in this pattern, the small bullish candlestick seems like the baby bump of the big bearish red candlestick.
एक pregnant woman को हरामी?
Yeah.
Japanese भी ना?
Seriously, I mean सुनने में भी कितना अजीब लगता है। शे।
उस डायरेक्शन में सोचो ही मत। चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं। Now, there are 3 major advantages of this pattern. Firstly, they are easy to identify for novice traders. Moreover, they can offer a more attractive risk to reward ratio. Finally, the entry levels are attractive as the pattern appears at the start of a potential uptrend. However, as compared to other bullish patterns, the bullish harami is not as strong an indication. This is because you will generally have to wait to ensure that the next candle formed is a strong green candle that closes above the bullish harami. Let me explain this further by showing you an example of a daily chart. And as you can see in this daily chart, the prices touched the support level of Rs 39 and rallied to Rs 55 after the formation of the bullish harami. Let me just add here that this pattern is as effective when spotted on higher time frame charts too, like weekly, monthly or quarterly charts. But for the ease of understanding, I will show you examples of daily charts through the rest of our tour.
बाप रे, एक चार्ट पे इतने थीसिस करने लगे तो मेरा तो दिमाग का फालूदा बन जाएगा।
घबराओ मत आशिक, शुरुआत में थोड़ा घमासान लगता है पर बाद में सब आसान लगता है।
क्या बात है, हमें पता नहीं था कि आपके अंदर एक शायर भी छुपा हुआ है।
This looks like an antithesis of bullish harami.
Exactly, Rani. and it's called bullish engulfing.
Yeah.
As you can see, this is also a double candle bullish pattern. It occurs when a small red candle is completely overshadowed by a large green candle. To explain this further, let us take an example of a daily chart. Though the price on the second day opens lower than the first day, the bulls take over and push the prices higher up, filling in the gap down from the morning's open and pushing prices past the previous day's open.
So what determines the strength of such a pattern?
The strength is proportional to the size of the engulfing candlestick. The bigger the engulfing candlestick, the more significant is the pattern. Also, there is a high probability of a rally.
अब ये रैली क्या है?
A rally is a period of sustained increases in the prices of stocks. Usually, it involves rapid or substantial upside moves over a relatively short period of time. However, a rally will typically follow a period of flat or declining prices.
तो आंखें बंद करके बाय कर सकते हैं.
Nope. Ideally, you should ensure that there is sufficient reward for you before entering the trade with this signal. पिछले दो चार्ट्स में कोई भी डाउट? Nope. Okay, so then let's move on to our next chart, right? Rani, if you can help me. आशिक जी ज़रा साइड में सरकेंगे तो अच्छा होगा. हाँ, ये पेंटिंग यहाँ बैठने वाली है. Yep, looks good. Okay, as you can see, both red and green candles are almost of the same size.
मतलब बुलिश हरामी में माँ बेटा थे, बुलिश एनगल्फिंग में बेटे की हाइट बढ़ गई, और यहाँ तो ये दोनों कैंडल्स हस्बैंड वाइफ ही लग रहे हैं.
यार तू थोड़ी देर के लिए अपनी इन बकवास टिप्पणियों को काबू में रखेगा?
ओ हाँ, वैसे भी तेरी हाई क्लास और डायमंड ट्रेडर्स फैमिली को तो ये सब जोक्स भी चीप लगते होंगे ना.
देख भाई, अच्छा रहेगा अगर तू मेरे फैमिली को बीच में ना लाए. प्रॉब्लम क्या है तेरी?
प्रॉब्लम मेरी नहीं है, प्रॉब्लम तेरी है. अरे यार, तू नॉर्मल बिहेव क्यों नहीं करता एटलीस्ट अपने फ्रेंड्स लोगों के साथ? सुन, पैसा होना अच्छी बात है, लेकिन पैसे का घमंड मत कर.
घमंड? पैसे का घमंड होता ना तो तेरे जैसे बकवास करने वाले लोगों के साथ है ना, मैं बैठता भी नहीं और तेरे जैसों का चेहरा भी नहीं देखता, समझा? प्रॉब्लम मेरी नहीं तेरी है. इंफीरियरिटी कॉम्प्लेक्स से भरा पड़ा है तू. बकवास.
प्लीज गाइस, बस करो गाइस. छोटे बच्चे तुमसे बेटर होते हैं यार. हद कर दी तुम दोनों ने.
Guys, हम ये क्यों भूल जाते हैं कि हम यहाँ पर आए क्यों हैं? फन एंड लर्निंग के लिए ना. So let's not make this any more serious than it needs to be.
यस मलदार भाई, प्लीज टेक अस थ्रू द नेक्स्ट पैटर्न.
Sure. I hope you guys will pay attention now, right? चलिए. On that positive note, let's look at our next chart, which is bullish piercing. A bullish piercing is a double candle bullish pattern that involves two candlesticks. The first candle is a red candle and the second candle is a green candle that opens below the close of the previous bearish candle and manages to close above the midpoint of the entire red candle, wicks included.
Interesting. What does this indicate?
The bullish piercing pattern is an indication that the bears are losing their control and bulls are taking over.
Maldar bhai, do I have to be an expert to take trade when I see this signal?
Not at all. Both novice and experienced traders can take advantage of the price reversal that occurs after this signal. This candlestick pattern is seen very rarely, but whenever it is seen at a strong support level, it is quite effective.
Oh, nice.
Yes, so let's move on to our next painting, right? Ashik?
Okay, here it is. So finally, we have a single candle pattern.
And it's called bullish hammer. A bullish hammer is a single candle pattern with a short body and a long lower wick, and ideally no upper wick at all, thereby making it look like a hammer. It indicates a bullish reversal.
And what does this indicate?
Well, in this daily chart, we can see that although there was a selling pressure during the day, ultimately strong buying pressure drove the prices up.
I see. So this always indicates a buying signal?
No, if it comes after an uptrend, then you ignore the signal. It is only a strong buying signal if it occurs after a steady downtrend. Look at this chart for example. See how it comes after an extended downtrend in price and also at a strong support level as compared to the hammer on 15th March.
Yes, and the stock reversed as per expectation and gave a fantastic move on the upside.
क्या बात है रानी? You already sound like a trader. Huh?
But I have a question. Is hammer always green in color?
Good question, Ashik. The color of this pattern can either be green or red depending on the strength of the reversal. However, the green hammer is more powerful as it shows that the bulls were able to reject the bears completely and were able to push up the price past the opening price of that period.
But is this pattern as reliable or effective as the previous ones?
Oh, absolutely. The bullish hammer is a frequently observed and a highly effective pattern. This pattern, when found in a downtrend, could signal the end of selling pressure and indicate the beginning of a reversal to the upside. However, you must know that the hammer candlestick pattern, if read in isolation, can provide a false signal.
What do you mean by it gives a false signal?
Let me show you. Can you see this pattern? It looks exactly like a hammer, doesn't it?
Yes.
But if you notice, it does not appear after an extended downtrend. And if you look closer, you will also notice that it does not form at a strong support level, and therefore it is a false signal. And see what happened after that signal.
Oh, the stock continued its downtrend even after the hammer signal.
Exactly. Another point to note is that if the lower wick of the hammer is very long, the reward to risk ratio can also be lesser. And as you can see in this daily chart, by the time the hammer got completed, the prices had already moved up from 503 to 540. Such a hammer is not a tradable signal because of the sheer size of lower wick, which tends to increase the stop loss on the trade.
I see.
आपके गौशाला में और कितने बुल्स हैं मालदार भाई?
गौशाला में गाय होती है, सांड नहीं.
शब्दों पे मत जाओ, भावनाओं को समझो.
Whoa. Well, we have already covered 4 major ones. Let's look at the 5th one. Alright? चलिए. आइए. Ashik, I'll need your help again.
अरे बाप रे, यहाँ तो हैमर उलट गया क्या?
Yep, that's why it's called inverted hammer. Evidently, like the bullish hammer, this is also a single candle pattern. However, the difference between bullish hammer and inverted hammer is that in the latter, the upper wick is long with a very small or no lower wick. So, it is the mirror opposite of the bullish hammer pattern.
Oh, so what would be the key characteristic of this one?
It occurs mainly at the bottom of a downtrend and can signal a potential reversal.
Acha, so when does the inverted pattern emerge?
The inverted hammer formation is created when the open, low and close are roughly the same price and a long upper shadow is at least twice the length of the real body. And as you can see in this daily chart, the following rally was quite strong, taking the prices from rupees 10,363 to rupees 11,364.
One difference between bullish hammer and inverted hammer is that the latter has a small real body, long and extended upper wick, and little or no lower wick, right?
Correct.
Anything else?
The inverted hammer is less bullish than a hammer because of the length of the upper wick. So only a confirmation on the following day makes the pattern stronger.
So like the bullish hammer, can the inverted hammer be both red and green in color?
Yes, absolutely, Janab. Although a candle with a long upper wick will be viewed as bearish, the location of an inverted hammer is what makes it different. If it comes after a strong rally in price, it is bearish. But if it comes after a downtrend in the price, the same candle will be viewed as bullish. However, like for the bullish hammer, even here, the green one is more powerful. This pattern indicates that it's time to exit from the shorts. Also, if the candle in the falling session closes above the high of the inverted hammer, it signals that a strong rally is on the horizon. The only problem with this pattern is that since it needs confirmation the following day, you may not get the best reward to risk ratio. Also, the inverted hammer candle may signal a momentary surge in bullish price action that fails to develop into a longer term trend reversal.
Can we have a tea break now, please?
मदर भाई भूल के भी इनको कोई ब्रेक मत देना. एक बार गए ना वापस नहीं आने वाले ये लोग.
Oh please, हम आपकी तरह नहीं है रानी जी. हाँ, अगर आप चाहती तो हमारे साथ वड़ा पाव चाय के लिए आ ही सकती है. हमें कोई आपत्ति नहीं. और जनाब, आप भी इनवाइटेड है.
I don't eat that vada pav and all.
अच्छा, ये चाय और वड़ा पाव वाली डिस्कशन थोड़ी देर के लिए हम साइड में रख दें. 5 मिनट एंड देन विल हैव अ टी ब्रेक. पक्का
5 मिनट.
100%. ठीक है, So let's move on to our next chart.
Oh, this has 3 candles.
Yes, it's a typical pattern. It's called morning star.
Evening star तो वीनस का नाम है. Morning star किसे कहते हैं?
Originally, morning star and evening star both are applied to only Venus.
कभी कभी मर्क्यूरी को भी मॉर्निंग स्टार कहते हैं.
क्या बात है. इंटरेस्टिंग ट्रिविया. कैंडलस्टिक्स के साथ साथ एस्ट्रोनॉमी की भी सारी इंफॉर्मेशन मिल गई आज. चलिए, so let's move on with our morning star. As we have discussed, this is a 3 candle pattern. It consists of a large or long bearish candle, a small bullish or bearish candle in between, and finally a strong bullish candle.
And what do these 3 candles represent?
The first red candle denotes selling pressure. The small red or green candle after a strong red candle suggests reduction in selling pressure. The appearance of a strong green candle suggests the bulls have come in. The morning star signals the bottom of a downtrend and points to a strong reversal. Also, the low of morning star acts as a strong support. Ideally, a trader should buy when he sees this pattern, only if he sees sufficient reward. As you can see in this example, the prices went up all the way from rupees 7,780 to rupees 11,844.
वाओ, अमेजिंग. बट 5 मिनट हो गया.
Yes, आशिक, और आप अपनी टी ब्रेक ले सकते हैं.
क्या बात है, आप तो अपनी जबान के एकदम पक्के. लेकिन वो हमारी फिल्म का इंटरवल हुआ कि नहीं?
वेल, अब तक आपने हीरो का इश्क देखा था, अब हीरोइन की मोहब्बत देखोगे.
क्या बात है. पर इसका मतलब क्या हुआ?
ये तो आने के बाद ही पता चलेगा आशिक.
अब हाँ, हम थोड़ी
जल्दी
देर-
जल्दी. और गाइस सुनो, 10 मिनट से ज्यादा नहीं प्लीज, और अंदर मिलना है.